Hey, how's it going? This is Royal with Talksville Central RTV style, and tonight I'm bringing in the candidates. Tomorrow is election day, and you guys have to vote. And tonight, the candidates that will join us tonight will have a last time to give them your last, or give you guys their last message, and let's go out and vote for them. So I'm going to bring them all at once because they're all here. And so without further ado, I charter a special bus to bring these guys in. They might be still eating some of the food that I had on the bus, and maybe some wine and some taquitos and all that. But further ado, here's Angela, and here's
Hello.
Frank, and I think Adela is here. Yeah, Adela's here. How's it going, guys? You guys doing okay?
Yeah, the food you had on that bus was awful, Royal. I mean, it tasted like they made it during the Clinton administration. What were you doing to us?
Come on, man, come on. I hired a special chef just for you, and because I fear Frank's gonna complain about the tacos, the chile being too hot, that gringo guy.
Oh man, no, I'll never complain about the Mexican food down here. That's why I'm still here, man. That's why I'm still here.
Well,
That's why I go on special diets from time to
All
time
right,
too.
what's going on here? I can't hear you. Oh wow. If you can't hear me, it's probably at your end. But Angela, I know. Did she start singing some Selena songs there? Because Angela sings, right, Angela?
Well, I like to sing. I'd like to think I sing. I have just grabbed the microphone and started singing a Selena song in the cafeteria, on lunch duty, and the kids just turn around and like, "What? Who's that?"
Who's that? Yeah, man, Selena's my cousin.
Yeah.
Hey, Danae, how's it going? Danae's here. Danae, you need to vote. If you haven't already, you need to vote tomorrow.
Yes.
And so, wow, good. I'm glad everybody put down what they're running for and all of that. Let me see if Adela's still on here. Adela, are you still there? Oh, man. You're coming in. I don't think you can hear me, but it's on your end. Try restarting your computer and then coming back on. Maybe come on.
Hi.
Hey, yeah, there you go. Cool. You doing all right? You might want to start your computer if you're on a computer. All right, I'm going to mute you because I'm getting this noise from your end. Oh, my goodness.
I got to tell you, one of Adela's signs got hit by the lawnmower on
Are you
Alton
serious?
Glorious. Yeah, this is
Oh, my goodness.
a few months back. So my guy and I went and fixed it up because we put mine next to it. And we fixed it up, but man, I think it was still pretty mangled. I don't know if she ever got to replace it, but it looked pretty bad. Hopefully they replaced it.
I mean, I hope it was the wind, because I mean, I've been hearing, funny stories where certain signs are being knocked down, especially early on, about 2 weeks ago. I mean, 2 or 3 weeks ago. I mean, to where you don't want to think bad, but it seems like they were done on purpose, that kind of deal. It's like, and I hate when that happens, man. It's like you don't want to think that, but all evidence points in that direction.
Well, yeah, it does, and I had that happen a few times where we knew what was going on and we knew who was behind it. I won't say the names, but in one case they actually took one of my signs down up in Lyford, put it face down, took the wire bracket from the bottom, used it, and put theirs up right next to mine, like as a message. And I was
oh my God.
Yeah, we know. I know exactly who's behind it. And
sometimes it's not the candidate. Sometimes it's just people that work for the candidate.
Exactly.
That kind of deal. But hopefully it's not the candidate that's telling, hey, go get all their signs down. It's like I don't know, but yeah.
I probably lost about 20 signs during this campaign. But
oh man, and those are expensive, man.
They are expensive.
They are.
What are they running? It's about $10 to $20 a piece, right? $20.
What they do is they charge you based on the material and the amount you order and the size and there's a lot of different factors. But I mean, I'll say I got about 20 or 30 signs and about 30 yard signs, and it was over 1,000. It was about close to 1,200.
Wow, man. Also, that's already, what's a Class C misdemeanor or something like that, or maybe.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, I
is.
know.
Right?
It is.
I mean, think
Yeah.
about that. It's like, wow, man, that's not cool.
Well, some guy,
Yep.
I've had a few people say, well, one guy took a picture of my sign, and I asked him why he took a picture of my sign. He said, because you were the one who did it right. It's the one that actually stands out. It stands out. Everyone remembers it. So I was like, oh, cool. I guess we did something right. Huh?
Yeah.
What are your colors, Frank?
White backdrop and navy and red. And we just wrote the word Frank and tilted it upwards in huge lettering. And it's a picture of my wife.
He's got a motto in it. That's why.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, they put my wife. You know how many times I've been told that I have to use my wife in my campaign pictures because
I mean, that's what's gonna get you the election, man. What do you mean? It wasn't Francine.
Yeah, I know. She would be here, but she's camera shy. I know you want to have her come on sometime, but she's really shy.
Come in and give us a Spanish message.
Yeah.
Spanish
well, if she walks by, I'll see if I can grab her attention. Maybe she'll
there
do it.
You
but,
go. So, Angela, any weird stories as far as the campaign, anything like that going on over there?
Well, not really. I mean, like I said, some of my signs were knocked down, and so I went out and picked them up, and kind of like Frank, I just saw some other signs that were. I think the wind probably knocked them down. I went and picked their signs up too. Just being nice and hoping somebody would do the same for me.
Yeah. And really, you think about it, even if you're helping them, somebody might take a picture and then you come out as you're the one that's knocking them down.
I know, right?
So,
yeah.
Make sure that when you do that, make sure somebody's filming you in the act of doing something good, because it can look,
it can turn on you.
It can turn on you, man. It's like, wow.
Well, actually, one of my friends is in one of the local races. I won't name their name because I don't want to get involved in in that race. But they actually stapled, and they did this to another candidate too. They stapled on their face a message like it says you don't have permission to have the sign here, and they stapled it on a piece of paper on their face.
Well, yeah, and I heard of one gentleman. He went and he put his signs in his opponent's lawn and then staked out. And so when his opponent went to take the sign out of the lawn, he was taking pictures of him and then reported him for stealing his signs.
But it's his own property, man.
Yeah.
Adela, how you doing, Adela? Can you talk now? Adela, I don't know what's the matter. Try another device or something.
Yeah.
You need to try another device. I'll keep you on, but as soon as you can talk, just turn your camera on. So if your camera can turn on, then we'll know you're working. Oh man, hey, but you know what? I don't know. The internet was going a little weird today. I don't know about you guys up there. I know Facebook. I was at right. Was it Facebook then? Yeah. I was at the eye doctor, and she took a walk coming in, and she goes, man, the internets are going weird, and I mean, this is a doctor. You would imagine they have the best, technology there, and it's like and I was watching her iPad, it was going, woo. She said, you know what? Come back tomorrow. That kind of deal, It's on me, man. It's like, oh, thank you.
I just remembered I asked if we could bring up the question that a voter asked me today.
What question did you, Frank, ask?
Okay,
you have the question about, what was it, the McKnight, right?
Bobby Knight.
Yes.
Bobby Knight.
Here's what it was. I was talking to a guy, and he was a local basketball referee and a former coach.
Oh, referee. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he said, so, he was basically saying, okay, you want my vote? Answer this question. He said, if you were the president of the university when Bobby Knight had a temper tantrum, probably back in '87, and got so temperamental that he threw a chair out onto the court, would you have fired him? And I said no. No, because I would have to look at the circumstances. Yeah. Was he doing it for a reason? Remember, he's done a lot for the university. He's done a lot for recruiting. He sells tickets. He sells merchandise. He gets us on TV. I mean, can't just fire the guy for that.
And he got a winning winning team. He always had a winning team. You know, it's
always won the championship.
Yeah.
Maybe he lost his cool one night. We all do. I mean, it certainly wasn't an isolated incident with him because he had temper issues. But I wouldn't fire him right away. I'd certainly give him a question and answer session about that. But
yeah.
And maybe if I didn't like the answer, I'd fire him. But no, I wouldn't fire him right away for that. And then I don't think I got the guy's vote. I think he wanted me to say I'd fire him because the guy said no. I would fire him right away. So I guess that's the question. That's my question. Would you fire the guy for having a tantrum?
What about you, Angela? I mean, you come in from administrative position. I mean, directly from an administrative position, and some basketball player on your team, or football player does something. Well, I don't know if you guys remember that football player that tackled the Empire on the field. Yeah, it was up there in Edinburgh. It was in Edinburgh.
In Edinburgh, yeah.
I mean, this dude was huge, man, and the referee looked so little tiny, little cute, little referee, and the big old senior just went all over him, man. But
that was terrible. I'm sorry for laughing about that. That was terrible.
That one went bad. In fact, we did a show on or not part of a show on that, because we were talking about that. But Angela, what would you do in a situation like that?
Well, look, coming from an administrator's perspective, we have no tolerance for. No, well, he didn't hurt anybody, did he? So,
no.
He did. Yeah, it was a fit of rage or anger, and from what I briefly was able to read, he would have grabbed a jacket, but he didn't have his jacket that night, the only night. So he grabbed whatever was at hand, and it just so happened to be the chair. So I don't know. You see football coaches out there yelling and screaming and getting mad and throwing hissy fits. They're not throwing chairs though.
Not throwing chairs.
But I don't know. I really don't know. I don't fire kids, so
I would see it definitely has a lot of passion. He has a lot of passion. I mean, because when a player does it, I had a chess player once, man. This isn't a chess tournament, and it's one of my students, and I happened to be in another area. I was at a gym because in Brownsville, the tournaments are huge, so they use the cafeteria. If it's a high school, they have like 2 gyms full of chess players. And so I was TD and I was a judge, and I was coming back for this particular, I think it was the cafeteria where I was coming back. And this kid had just made a dumb move or something. He gets so mad, he gets his chairs and he throws it against the bleachers. And he says, "Hey, dude, your player over there just had just threw a chair." And I go, "What?" So I go up there and I talk to him, it's like, and they said, "Man, I'm going to kick him out, but since you're the coach and, you can talk to him, I'll let him stay." And okay. But he said, that normally you would have kicked him out of the tournament. I go, "Oh, thank you." but again, I mean, the passion, you get into it, it's like, I mean, yeah, he threw it across the floor and it went ding, 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 all the way across the floor. I don't know. He's trying to get attention, the ref probably made a bad call or something. And it's like, but I don't know. Definitely, I would not fire him. I would not fire him. I would definitely have a good talking to him, that kind of deal. Fine him, charge him, I don't know, whatever. Even make him apologize, but not fire him.
Well, what I've done in certain situations with employees, because I spent years supervising employees, and I had it all. Believe me, I saw it all, I had it all. And a lot of times I was supervising some of the younger people. Let's say they would often be enjoying herbal remedies, we'll say, and there was a lot of things that came up, and what I would do in certain cases is the employment agreement, which is, a written agreement. Hey, we're writing this up in writing that you're not going to be performing intoxicated, or you're not going to be missing work, or you're not going to be slandering certain people, and it's in writing. You're not going to break this. So, I mean, maybe a written employment agreement with Bobby Knight where you say, hey, we know you're a passionate guy and you got a hot temper, but you're not going to be humiliating the university like this anymore. And it's in writing. Yeah. Next time, you know that I broke a rule that was in writing and my name is signed to it. So your job is gone. But, that tended to work. The idea of just firing people, there's much more to it, so there's much more to it, I mean, and it's very hard to fire people anymore. anyway. I mean,
Yeah.
fear of lawsuits and you got to pay severance. You have to pay unemployment. I couldn't just fire people. I knew that. And that
No,
was
no,
very
no.
hard for me.
You have to
But
give them an opportunity to correct themselves.
Yes,
yeah,
yes, I agree. I agree because sometimes that correct is, when you correct them, that can turn that employee around, and all of a sudden he becomes the best one, or that player around and becomes the best one. I don't know.
yeah.
Adela, can you hear me, Adela?
Yes, I can, and I'm
All
sorry,
right.
but I'm in my car.
I
My
figure
car's
you were
parked,
driving
illegally parked.
illegally
But
parked.
yes, but I'm in my car, so that's why I don't have the camera on,
Oh,
because
I
there's
see.
not enough light in the car, and it was all just black. So that's why
No,
we
no,
only
cool.
have
Well,
a
you know what,
picture.
Adela, don't worry about it. Give us a message. Give us your last words. Tomorrow is election day. You are running for the 484th District Judge, Cameron County, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, Cameron
My
County.
last words are to please go vote for Adela Kowalski Garza. I have 33 years of experience that I'm offering to Cameron County. I just got a wonderful, wonderful message from one of my former students,
Wow.
and she said these were her words. She said that I was one of her best professors, and she said that I was straightforward and down to earth. And she said that my class was the best class she ever took. And I was just so moved by what she said. And I'm also, my boss, Louis Science, says wonderful things about me. So I'm highly recommended by both of the professions that I have practiced. So please vote for Adela Kowalski Garza. Tomorrow is the last day. Thank you.
Oh man, you are awesome, and we wish you the best of luck. I know you're going to do wonderful things. You're coming into an area that really deals with kids. It's a court that's all about children. Giving kids an opportunity to correct themselves. That's what we're talking about. McKnight, this guy throws chairs across the floor, and you both of you say, hey, let's give this guy a chance. Let's give him a good talking to. Let's correct him. Let's administrate some discipline, but let's get him on the right road. And Adela,
Yes,
you're going to be dealing with that.
Yes, of course. I'm not in the business of ruining lives, especially those of children. And let's not forget that children are, if adults are immature, can you imagine a child? Give him a chance to grow up.
Yes.
Give him a chance to change. Kids can change. Absolutely. They just need to be redirected. And that's what I want to do.
Excellent. Whoa, wow, great. Well, we'll that's a great message. If go ahead and drive. If you can get home, I mean, we'll be here for about an hour, maybe a little bit longer. Maybe you can get on and we can see you. But you know what? You are awesome. We will see you. Will you be at the library tomorrow? Will you be at Burns? Where will you be at tomorrow?
I'm gonna be at Burns.
That's the place to be in Brownsville. Be at Burns. so yeah.
I'll be there.
All righty, Adela. Well, we'll let you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. You are so cool. Take care. All right. So great, man. So speaking of where you're going to be, Frank, where are you going to be at tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning, we're going to Kingsville, my wife and I.
Right.
My model wife, as you call her.
Yeah.
Kingsville. As George Bush once said, now you got to know her. You know why I asked her to marry me. Now you got to know me. You wonder why she said yes.
I keep wondering. I don't know.
And that was his favorite line. He used it almost every speech. And sometimes people say the same thing about me. I'm trying to get her attention. So then I'm going to be I'm probably going to stop by Harlingen briefly, and then Weslaco.
Cool.
Weslaco is kind of a home base for me because of my years at KRGV. That was
I mean, you got to take advantage of being at KRGV, and Rick it in, Rick those numbers in. It's
yeah.
And Angela, where are you going to be at tomorrow?
Working.
Oh man!
What people people don't understand. I mean, I wish I had the
you're
time
like,
and the money just to take a break, but I am the one in charge of state testing, and we are,
yeah, that's right. You guys are
it's
testing
me.
tomorrow.
Yes, and so after that, who knows? I didn't really plan on anything huge, so we'll just, I don't know, we'll play it by ear.
You know what? And then of course you got your after party and that kind of deal. I don't know if you're even doing that.
Not on my end, no. I mean, my after party will be putting my son to sleep.
Well, you know what? Maybe tomorrow night we'll have a results type of party.
Let's do it. Hey,
something like that late at night, like around 10:30, something like
yeah,
that.
absolutely. Yeah, let's do it.
See what happens.
I know there's going to be. I'll probably get some press calls. I'm prepared for them.
Hey, well, Perlita just came in. How you doing, Perlita?
I'm doing good. I was running around, so I was running a little bit late.
Oh man, no, that's fine. That's fine. Perlita's that type of person that's gonna be taking care of elections next year, man. When she wins, we won't have any corrupt elections anymore. Oh wow! Speaking of corruption, who's that? Who was that candidate that was really saying a whole bunch of things up in Hidalgo, man? That you a bunch of corrupt people against the electoral politicians, and it's like, and I sent her a deal. Hey, come over to our show. We want to talk about it. I forget her name. I sent her a text. She might respond. I don't know. But Perlita, how was your day today? What you do today?
Well, today I actually had to go back to work. I was at my regular job. I had been out for 2 weeks, and so I went back to catch up a little bit, and then I'm off again tomorrow. So then I go back on Wednesdays. So unfortunately, I have to use my vacation time and stuff. So I have to utilize it, wisely, because if I win tomorrow, I have to continue until November. And so I have to save some of my time.
Yeah, definitely. So where are you going to be at tomorrow? Oh, you're going to be working tomorrow, right?
No, tomorrow I will be all over the county in different locations. So I'm going to start.
Yeah, because you're running for county, yes.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. So yeah, hold on, yeah, Jamie, he's got the thing. But yeah, you're all over the county, and it's like I'm thinking, okay, just one city, like for instance, Brownsville, you would go to Burns, or the library, but normally Burns is the place to be in Brownsville.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna start in the upper part of the county in the morning and then work my way down. So I'll start like in the La Feria, Santa Rosa, Combs area, and then move my way back down, Harlingen, San Benito, Los Fresnos, Rio Hondo, and then Brownsville will be the last place because Brownsville's home. And so I'll be able to spend more time here. But I mean, I'm going to send like my mom and my sister, and my friends that have volunteered to help me, out into certain locations here in Brownsville.
Yeah, hold those signs, Let me ask you questions about signs. I go to the library, and Frank, you've been to the library. I don't know, Angela, I don't know if you've been to Brownsville. No, I don't think so. You have right to the library.
Oh yeah.
And this year, no other year, man. I've been involved in campaigns, either helping some of my friends, and normally they made sure we were on the sidewalk and no signs like on the sidewalk, and the signs had to be in a certain place. This year, man, the library's gotten ridiculous, man.
Yeah, they are.
I have to tell you this, man. People going into the library can't even park where they normally park because they have big trucks like right there in the front. Well, not in the front, but in the parking area. In other words, they're saying, okay, no signs after this point, and like they put a big old truck there, and maybe 2 rows, and they put like a RV, and it's like. And then people are like in the way holding signs inside the parking lot. So it's like, man, the people driving around, they're paying attention, but the people that are actually standing outside, they just turn one way, man. They can get run over. And it's like, I don't know, man. Adela had one, but she had it at the far end of the parking lot, and it was out there. So that's how it should be, like out in the far end of the parking lot, not in the middle where, I don't know. What do you guys think of that?
I think that of all the years, this is the worst that I've ever seen the library.
Amen.
I only literally had at the library, I think maybe a total of 4 small signs, and they were separated. And I think it looks so horrible. So the Saturday after early voting ended, I went and I picked up my signs because I
Right.
was like, I hate the way that it looks. It looks so polluted
Yeah.
and it looks like very trashy. And I just
Yeah.
couldn't believe that there were so many signs. This is the first year it's ever been that bad.
Yeah.
And I think that nothing against any of the other candidates that did it, but it's the Veterans Park, and so I think it needs to be respected a little bit more,
Yes. Yes. I
and the
agree.
fact that signs were being placed on the fence and on other places, it's like, I was like, in past elections, it's never
No.
been allowed because it's been, noted that it's disrespectful.
Well, I
And
think my
so,
theory is this. I think it's
yeah.
because Erasmo Castro is not running.
No.
Well, I'm serious, man. I was helping him out one year when he was running for mayor, and man, if we went over the curve, man, they would call the cops on us.
Oh yeah. Well, the cops did get called. They did
Yeah,
get
yeah,
called
they do.
once.
They do.
Yeah,
They
they
get
got
called,
called
you know.
once during this election,
But it's like
because
this was
somebody was,
ridiculous.
yeah, they were holding up traffic and stuff. So they were trying to stop the cars as they were coming in. So I know that the police got called because of that, which I
Yeah.
think is it's not a meet and greet for candidates. It's like,
Right.
Yeah.
so I had my people out there very minimal because I think candidates could actually lose votes for that reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
that in fact that's true. Here's my team. I have some experienced people on my team, and they said, avoid too many signs. Don't devote your life to signs. You want to have them out there. You want people to see them, but don't ever do the sea of signs, which Brownsville is very guilty of. The sea of signs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't. No one pays attention to them. They get lost, and if anything, they're a nuisance. They're annoying. And then
Cause
electioneering.
accidents.
And electioneering is like, it's bad on two levels. First off, you never actually get to talk to anyone. They're
Right.
not going to say anything to you. And two, it's annoying. It's a nuisance. I mean, when someone comes up to me and says, "Hey, vote for this guy, vote for this guy," and they hold a sign up in front of me, it's like, man, I was about to vote for that guy, but he was so annoying, I'm going to go vote for his opponent.
Yeah. Not only that, you freak out. There comes a stranger coming. Is he going to rob you or what? It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, okay, like they're going to change somebody's mind right before they go vote. You're not going to change nobody's mind right before. I don't know. Somebody needs to do a study about that. Who actually changed their mind because they saw a sign out there?
Nobody. It never works. It never works.
1,000 signs, you can't see them. They all blend in, and
They
it's
blend
like
in.
it's like it's the lettering kind of becomes Chinese because it's like, ooh,
Yeah.
one of these.
Oh yeah.
They're the worst things ever. And my guys were saying, listen, don't even go to the polls. I hung out at the polls for a little bit, or I'd go to the street corners and wave. They're like, forget about that. They said, go to the houses, talk to the people, and say, go to the polls and vote for me, because that's going to be 1,000 times more effective than any of that other stuff. I mean, I was waving on the street corner, and I'm going to be doing some of that tomorrow too. But I was waving and I was getting some middle fingers. That's about all. That's the best thing I got there.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll vote for you.
Well, and I actually ended up
Look at the
getting.
cutie.
So when I was out block walking and stuff, I did have several people, that are out from the community that they were saying, that they wish that they would limit the amount of signs that candidates could put up and stuff. And I was like, and I told them, I was like, I don't have very many signs up, but because I'm like, my opponent was able to outspend me on signs, but I was like, I was like, a sign isn't going to win an election for you.
No,
I
no,
mean,
no.
I
they
agree
never
that
do.
there should be a limit.
I want to remind everyone that Jeb Bush had a lot of signs in 2016. Remember how things worked out for him?
Yeah.
But the thing is, if people don't do their research, then they're gonna, it's name recognition. Oh, I think I've seen that name so many times. I think I'll
That
vote
is
for that
true, too.
person. So
Yeah. And then of course there's the chicken plates,
yeah.
Vote for
I did
him.
not
He
do that.
gave me a chicken plate, He
Yeah,
must
no, I
be
didn't
a
do
great
any of that.
politician.
And also another thing
He's
about
gonna
this
change the
district,
world.
in this district, unlike a lot of other districts, but this seems to be one where people go for like facial recognition, meaning they vote based on how someone looks. And I've heard that, like there's certain candidates who I won't name who have very unflattering pictures, and that could have cost them an election, and then there's some who have great pictures, so it helps them out, I won't name names, but that's why they were telling me I had to put my wife on mine, because they were saying,
man, I mean that's the only reason I was driving and I saw that picture. And okay, let me take a little extra look at that.
Exactly. They said
I was able to read the picture. I was able to read the.
They said she's the one who's going to get you in, not you.
I'm going to vote for her.
They said we're gonna put her in the front. And there was actually one ad that was like entirely her. I could show it to you sometime. It was entirely her. My picture isn't even in the ad. It's just her describing what her husband can do.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. People are going to vote it, and then they see you and they go, "Wait a minute, where's Francie?" Yeah. Let me show you. Oh man! So it's like, guys, you're voting for the ugly guy. You're voting for the Juanito, not the beautiful lady in red. Oh, Frank, you just lost votes there.
I know.
Great show. Best of luck to you guys. Thank you, Gracie.
Thank you, Gracie.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, bro.
No, it's true. I know this well. I've been living with this for a long time now. But that was kind of comical.
Yeah, let's go, Perla Diaz.
Yay!
I've seen Perla signs are good. I remember seeing those. There haven't been a lot of them. There haven't been a lot of my signs either. But yeah, those are they're good. I actually there was a place there was a Mexican restaurant up in Brownsville where I asked if I could put up a sign, and they said, "Yeah, but don't block Perlas." That's all they said. Yeah, and I said, "No, I won't block anyone's sign." Yeah.
And you know what? The fact that they say that is because some people are doing that, man, and that's
So anyway, this is the other model that's running for office. I was like, it's like everybody, the great thing is that when I went to a lot of events, people were like, "You actually look like your picture."
Oh, that's the other thing.
I was like, "Thanks," I was like, and right now, like, my hair doesn't look very red in the camera, but like when I'm out in the sun and when the light hits it is a red color. And so people are like, "You actually look like your picture." And I was like, thank goodness. I was like, because I hear a lot of that people are like, that doesn't even look like the person. Like, they don't even recognize the candidates. And I'm like, that's me every day. I was like, I always love doing my hair and my makeup. I was like, so.
I need to put her on my signs.
Right. Well, you know what? A couple of years ago, not too long ago, maybe like 3 years ago, I get a call from this lady, right? And so she goes, "Oh, okay. Well, let me friend you on Facebook." The whole deal, and when I was gonna, give her son chess lessons, and her profile was like, man, she was like really pretty, and I go, okay, so cool, we said, okay, we'll meet at the 7th at Park and do the lesson there, or 7th and Park on 7th in Brownsville, and we were gonna do the chess lesson then. Well, she brings her son in, and she doesn't look anything like her profile picture. In fact, I thought it was the grandma or some aunt. And then I go, wait a minute, should I say that? Well, I'm glad grandma. Hey, you're her mother. I shut up. And really, I didn't know if it was her, but she paid me, and I did the lesson, and the kid loved it, and we did some more, and it's like, man. But sometimes. People just totally don't look like their profile picture, man. It's
all those filters out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. Or people position their cameras in a certain way, Yeah. I gotta admit, I've been guilty of that at times myself.
I think we all have.
No. But I mean, some people overdo it. I mean, come on. No, I look at Angela, man. She looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
looks like her,
That's a good picture. Yeah.
That's like, hey, I'm in charge.
Well, there was
for me.
There's a couple
like that
candidates whose pictures are too small. You can't see their face; they're too small.
Yeah, but that one's right. It's very, very well balanced, Angela. I like
That
this
is a good
Thank
one.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did a good job, or whoever designed it for you did a very, very good job.
It's David. He takes pictures for like RGV Athletics. That's who did that for me. Yeah.
Cool, man. No, it was cool. Wow, man. So this is great. So it's tomorrow, guys. You guys nervous?
I am. I'm very nervous.
I had a nightmare. We won't talk about it.
I'm nervous for my opponents. There you
go. That's the way. That's
I'm teasing.
Hey, I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win.
Well, I mean, it's win, lose, or draw. And listen, I mean, I've got a plan for all three of them. I guess we all have a plan for all three of them.
Yeah, I think that the hardest thing to do is after an election is come out in public and say hey, well, we lost, but we wish this guy the best, and
there's 9 of us running for District 15.
Yeah.
And, I would be okay with almost everybody that, that would get the vote except for maybe one. But, I just really hope that, people know who they're voting for. And, if we want to like drain the swamp, like Donald Trump says, or if we want change and we want to get rid of corruption, we really need to do our research and know who we are voting for.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. I agree, because otherwise we get the same old rotten politicians out there.
Yeah, and it happens a lot.
It's like, wow.
If you, my son's letting his presence be known. If you so often, if you have the money and influential people behind you, you win. But that's not always the case, and especially in recent elections. It seems like the anti-establishment candidates are the ones who are winning.
Right.
That seems because people were tired of the establishment. I noticed that last decade. You started seeing people really getting sick of the establishment. So, but I think it really boils down to are the voters doing their research? Are they actually studying up on who the candidates are, and are they watching them when they talk and they see whether or not they actually understand the issues? Because anyone can run for office. Anyone can sign up and run. It's just who's the right pick and what's their history. Are they going to end up being a crook? We don't know. I mean, so you gotta really research it. So I hope people are doing that. I found out when I was block walking that most people weren't doing that. Most people didn't know who was running.
That's why you gotta knock the doors. You gotta go knock on some doors, and you gotta introduce yourself. And they gotta, you gotta make them change their mind about you. Quite frankly, you gotta. Oh wow, I didn't know who you were, but now I know, and I'm glad I met you. And and maybe educate them a little bit, and because that's the way you're gonna get. The whole idea is to change somebody's mind, or hopefully get some non-voters to vote. Of course, now it's too late because they got to register, but early on, that was, hey, look who's here. Jimmy's here. What's going on, Jimmy? How you doing, man?
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, my friend. How's it going with you?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Eventful week.
I'll put this, pray for Ukraine. What's the situation? What do you guys think of the situation in Ukraine?
Well, I've been saying it, a few times on this show. I've been waiting for Vladimir Putin to show his true colors for many, many years, since we met Vladimir Putin. I mean, I saw in his eyes the same look that people like Khrushchev or Brezhnev had or Lenin had. I mean, they want to create a Soviet empire. I mean, and we've been able to hold him at bay, but I think he's going to see to it that we can't hold him at bay. I really do. So he's going to fight back. We'll see how this plays out over the next few weeks, but I have a feeling that, by the time January 2023 comes along, I'll be voting on important issues involving the Russian war.
Yeah,
I don't think Biden has political interest in stopping this war. I think it helps Biden politically. He knows that.
There was a chess student of mine, an older gentleman, that sent me a picture of two people playing on a checkerboard or a chessboard. On one side we had checkers, and on the other side we had chess pieces. And he was saying checkers versus chess, and of course we had the Russians playing chess and Biden playing checkers. It's like, hey, we need to get you guys elected because that guy needs some help, man.
Oh yeah, you better believe it.
Jimmy, how's your wife? How you doing, and what you been up to, man?
She's doing a lot better today than she was this past weekend. We just spent the day here at home today, just gathering our thoughts and just praying about tomorrow. Hopefully everything goes good tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a good day for all our candidates here in the valley and stuff.
There you go.
And,
Where are you going to be
see how
at
that
tomorrow?
goes. What was that?
Where are you going to be at tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'll be going out to Peñitas. I'm gonna be out there at the polls. Most of my family lives in western Hidalgo County.
Right.
I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna take most of my family to go vote out there.
Oh, cool.
We have about, I think, 21 people in my family.
21 voters?
Well, 21 that are first-time Republican voters, and we have about 10 first-time voters. So it's like 31, 32 votes that we're taking tomorrow.
That's worth the trip.
That's awesome.
Plus, if they bring some friends, oh man.
Yeah, I told them, call your friends. I mean, if y'all can bring 1 or 2 friends, that's even better. So we'll see how many show up tomorrow.
So cool, man. So are you planning an after party or an after the election gathering or anything like that?
Yeah, we'll be in Ford tomorrow evening for the election watch and all that. See how that goes.
Cool deal. Perlita, are you planning anything like that, Perlita, up in Brownsville? Or
I am. I'll be in Brownsville. I've invited my volunteers mainly. It's kind of a thank you, for all their hard work and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna get together with my volunteers and stuff and watch the results. And
cool.
I'm hoping for a really good outcome for me. So.
Oh man, well, that'd be great. What time will elections be coming in? Is tomorrow voting at our precinct? Yes, at precinct, right?
It's at your precinct. Yes, you have to go to your designated areas tomorrow.
Not the library.
No, make sure you have a valid. Well, make sure you have a driver's license. It can't be more than 4 years expired, and it has to have a picture. It has to be a picture ID, government issued picture ID. And you do have to go to your voting location where you're designated. So, yeah.
That's why early voting you can go anywhere. I normally vote at the courthouse or at the library, but
well, the last day of early voting, there was a big surge over here in Brownsville at the public library. There was like 700 people that went to go vote that day. I was like,
wow.
I was like, y'all waited till the last day, the last coldest day to go out there and vote.
It was cold too, and then those. All those people there that shouldn't even been there and that just getting in the way. But yeah, man, so cool. Well, guys, we're right about 43 minutes. We're gonna go a little bit longer. Vangela, any last words here? Let's just start wrapping it up. Any last words, Vangela?
Well, regardless of the outcome, this has been truly an amazing experience, and I've learned so much, and it is much more complicated than I have ever anticipated. I see this as the beginning of my political career. I will be watching very closely. If hope I would love to win, right? If I don't, I'll be watching very closely my whoever does take the seat, and start looking for ways to campaign. I believe 9 months before the next campaign, the next runoff, that's when I'm going to start campaigning. So I've already been talking about that with my consultant, and we'll see what happens. I'm hoping for the best.
Wow. Well, we're hoping that you win so that you don't have to go through that.
Well, I want to mentally prepare myself for all different scenarios and have plans,
Yes, yeah.
Because you just never know.
You never know. Well, you know what? I think you're an awesome candidate. I mean, if I could have voted for you, I would have voted for you. No. I think I did. No, wait a minute. In Cameron County? Yes, no. I did. I didn't know, right? No. Okay. No, I know I was talking to my mom about it because I didn't even know if I could vote for you or not.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought I could, but yeah, I was saying, she's a good one.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So, but no, man. So I wish you all the best. I know there's a lot of candidates running on on your district, and it's like, wow,
It's a lot.
And,
It's
I
a
mean,
lot.
and I was so impressed by you. You and Sarah, Sarah came by, and it's like you guys are running against each other, and you guys are so friendly and kind of cheering each other on. And I mean, that's the kind of congresswoman we need in office.
Yeah.
Not somebody that helps and not somebody that hinders and trips somebody else. That kind of deal. But definitely, that will stand for the truth and stand for loyalty and honor and respect and all that.
Integrity.
And I think integrity. You're
yes,
bringing all
family
those
values.
family values.
Yes,
and
all of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
for sure.
cool.
For sure.
Vangela, good luck tomorrow. Get some rest. Get that little one to bed, and da 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 da.
No, I appreciate you inviting me on your show. This is the fourth time now.
Yeah, you're a regular, man. You're a regular.
Yeah. And I hope it's not the last.
No,
maybe next time I'll be singing or something.
You know what? Tomorrow, I think tomorrow night we'll probably have something probably around 10:30, something like that, something late, so that maybe we can come and report and see what's going on. So that will be awesome. Besitos, un abrazo. Hey, say something in Spanish, girl.
Ay, pues le doy las gracias a todas las personas que me han dado el apoyo para poder llegar hasta ahorita donde estoy. Sin el apoyo no pude llegar aquí. Más que nada a mi esposo.
Eso. We'll go. Well, vote for Vangela Churchill for Congress District 15, guys. Vangela, we love you. Take care. Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Bye. Take care. Oh, I gotta go here. No. Hold on. I gotta go here. Oops. Hey, there she is, la modelo.
Buenas noches.
¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo te va?
Sí, todo bien, gracias. Por acá, permítame un momento.
Ándale, toma.
Necesito la silla.
Okay. Let me.
I just stay here for a moment.
Yeah, that's fine. Just kind of sit on her lap.
Solamente quería decirle buenas noches y que muchas gracias por el apoyo que le están brindando a Frank. Pues ha sido muy especial contar con ustedes. Y gracias por todo.
Wow. Y tú no es la que estás corriendo. Que quede eso claro, que tú no es la que estás corriendo, porque todo el mundo va a votar, porque va a estar viendo tu foto y todos van a votar por ti.
Ah, mira. No van a ver mi nombre ahí. No.
Es que
we've been talking about it.
Okay.
They had to put her on the
van a
posters.
votar por Panchita.
Sí.
Frankie. Wow, man.
That's humbling.
That was a surprise for me, porque cuando yo miré el banner dije, ¿qué estoy haciendo?
No, pues. No, está bien, ¿no?
Sí, fue sorpresa, pero sí me avisó. Claro que lo platicamos, sí.
No, pues claro, fue una movida fantástica, brillante la movida, realmente. It was a brilliant move, man. Having you and your wife, and it just says a lot about you. Your family values again. La familia, valores familiares. Cuando uno tiene ese respeto, va a respetar las leyes, va a hacer lo mejor para el país, ¿verdad? Y es algo muy, muy, muy bonito. Y te felicito, Frank. I congratulate you on that decision.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we definitely promote family values. We're not afraid to talk about our faith either. And we wanted to get that out. Not just we didn't want to just put her on the posters because she's pretty or she's Hispanic, as many as suspect. That's important. But I think we do want to promote that. We're inviting you to our family, and that this is a community of family values, and we wanted to keep promoting that. And I think most people understood that part too. I got made fun of for putting her on my posters because people said, "Oh, she's the pretty one. She's Hispanic, so you have to do that." And I was saying, Well, there's more to it. There's more to it.
Well, I got the message, man, and it was a good one. It was a good one. It's a good
But
message.
yeah, everyone, please get out and vote tomorrow. It's your right to vote. A lot of people gave their lives for your right to vote,
Yes.
and I mean, I'm in an interesting race. I think that I'm the one with the plan and the experience on Capitol Hill and the experience with the issues. And we're very excited to see how things are going to turn out. But we've been very busy. I've had a great team. Cannot tell you how grateful I am for the people I've had on my campaign team. They've been working hard. I've been working hard. Put a lot of miles on my truck. I can tell you that much. I put a lot of miles on my truck and put a lot of money into it. But it was all worth it because we've got so many issues that we're dealing with out there right now. So many issues that we've got to speak up. And you see this country moving in one direction politically. Well, we got to fight back. We got to fight back
I agree.
and bring it back to the direction that will help it succeed and help it stay the shining city on the hill. And that's why I hope people come out and vote for me.
Claro que sí. Yeah. Well, Frank, hey, it was great. You and your wife, hey, suerte mañana. Ojalá que ganen y lo reportamos mañana en la noche. We'll see you tomorrow night. Probably around 10:30, something like that.
Yeah. Well, we wanted to also, my wife and I both want to take this time to thank you for your unbelievable support this whole time. He's always been very supportive of me. And my wife commented on that too. Mm-hmm. Some people have been supportive. There's been a lot of people who have been supportive of me. Some people have been a little less supportive at times, but you were always there. And we really appreciate it. We've had so much fun with these shows. I even did my Nat King Cole impression for you on Christmas night, if you remember.
Yes. Yeah, Christmas night, yeah.
So it's been a blast. I've had such a great time. One of my favorite parts of this campaign was working with you.
And this is not the end. This is just the beginning, And I was thinking that, in fact, if everybody, if when you guys get elected, I want you guys to come at least once a month and report on what's going on Capitol Hill, report on what's going on in the Cameron County District, report on what's going on in the House, Jimmy, because I think we have these candidates that have been career politicians. They've been here forever, but they don't tell us what's going on.
Amen.
And if I can be that platform for you to speak to everybody what's going on, what you're doing up there on the Hill, man, it'll be awesome.
Oh, so, I'll be willing to do it more than once a month. My wife has to go check on my son. He's at home alone right now. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, you're home there.
I'm just looking from here.
She's watching him. Okay, so this isn't going to be
Hey, Mom always has a night here and a night over there,
Yeah. Muchísimo gusto saludarlos. Con permiso, buenas noches.
Que te vaya bien. Ándale, bye-bye.
Thanks again.
All right, Frank, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, man. Oh, my goodness. Hey, let's see, Perlita, what's going on with you, girl? Let's see what's comments here. ¿Qué dice aquí? ¿Quién es esta? Oh, proposición de ¿qué? Whatever. 34. Sí. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so tell me what's going on, Perlita. You're going to be all over, end up in Brownsville tomorrow.
Yes.
You're going to be in FAR tomorrow night. So, Perlita, give us some last words or give us a message.
So, I just want to remind everybody anybody that has not gone out to vote, I urge you and I ask you to please go out there and vote and make sure that your voice is heard. It's super important. Like I mentioned before in past shows, every election is important in its own way. And so just because it's not a presidential election doesn't mean that it's not an important one. And so I ask everybody to please go out there and vote for me because we need a change. So, but I also want to remind everybody the polling locations are your designated polling locations. They are open from 7 in the morning until 7 o'clock at night. As long as you are in the building before 7 o'clock, they have to let you vote. Make sure you take a picture ID, a picture ID, a government issued ID, and that's all you need to be able to go and vote. So please exercise your right to vote. And
so 5 minutes, if you go in 5 minutes in the door, even if the line is long and you're gonna get out of there at 9 o'clock, you get to vote. But you have to be inside on the line.
So es muy importante en español para los que hablan español. Les pido, por favor, los que viven aquí en el condado de Cameron, que por favor salgan a votar. Estas elecciones son bien importantes. Mañana tiene que ir a votar en su precinto y los locales van a estar abiertos de 7 de la mañana hasta las 7 de la noche. Y aunque llegue 5 minutos, 1 minuto para las 7 de la noche, los tienen que dejar votar. Lleven su ID con usted y es lo único que necesita para poder votar. Y les pido que por favor hagan un cambio que el condado necesita y voten por Perla.
So, hey, quick questions. Where can they find sample ballots? I went to Sample Ballots, Cameron County. Would that be the
So
one?
if you go to the Cameron County Elections Department website, it'll give you the sample ballot for your precinct.
Let me share that with you. See if I have the correct one. Since you're the expert, am I in the right one?
You are in the right one, and then if you look where the red banner is, it says sample ballot.
Oh yeah, right here.
Yes, right there.
Click it.
You click on there, yes, and then scroll down. And then you can either look it up by your name and where your date of birth, and it'll give you your actual ballot, what it's going to look like, or you can look at some of the other sample ballots.
Or you can go Democratic, or you can go Republican, right?
That is correct, yes.
Or also by precinct, yeah, look at that.
By precinct as well, yes.
Look at that. You have all the precincts here. Does that help, Lynn? Does that help you? This one's for you, baby.
Yes.
Wow, look at all the precincts, man.
Yes. So if you look on your voter registration card that was mailed to you, it's blue this year, and it'll tell you what precinct you belong to. And so once you know what precinct you belong to, you can enter what precinct ballot you want to see, and it'll give you that option to be able to see the sample.
For instance, let's say number 6 here. Boom. I see ballot. Boom, and there it is. There's the ballot right there.
Yes.
And of course, and in there would be that. Does that make sense? And propositions, guys, definitely put yes for everything.
Well, it's so weird because the Democratic ballot did not have any propositions at all.
Oh, wow.
So I didn't find out that the Republican one had propositions until later on.
Wow.
Yeah, that was put in there by the House. Most of those are like bills that they're trying to pass at the House, but they're trying to gauge what the constituents want. So since the Republicans have the majority, it's just on the Republican side.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Good to know. Yeah, but yeah. So this election will be to get the Republican champion and the Democratic champion, and then in November they're both going to go against each other, and then you can vote red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, or you can all red, or you can vote all blue.
That is correct.
The straight ticket does not exist anymore, guys.
No.
So, but in the primary, it does.
Hopefully, all red.
Hey! I'm not red. I'm not red.
We need to switch you over.
I'm the better qualified candidate.
I like that. No. She says, I'm the better
regardless of party, I am the better qualified.
And that's how it should be, Bernita. That's how it should be, right? Quite frankly, I'm tired of this blue, red. Let's just get the most qualified one, and that'll get it done. And I think that's what Jimmy's after, because Jimmy wants to run because he's sick and tired of what's going on there, and I'm sure he's sick and tired of even the Republicans that are in office there as well.
We don't have any Republicans in office here in the Valley.
Oh,
and
you do.
That's at the state level. That's a big problem where we need some kind of balance.
Representation, yeah.
I'm not saying that for everyone in the county to be red. I mean that you always want that, but if we can get half of it Republican, half of it Democrat, then it creates that balance of power where one party is not like making the decisions for everyone. So we need a little bit more balance here in the Valley.
Okay, where do you find the precinct location? And that's the number, right?
Yeah, so the precinct location, if you want to know what school it's going to be located at, it's on the same election website. And it'll say where, I think it gives the option of where do I vote, and it's going to give you a list of all the precincts for the county itself. So usually every election department within the county will have those features.
Here, let's do that. Let's do that because I've never done that. Okay, so I go back to the top. Let me
go to the other window.
Yeah. This one right here.
And so then you're gonna go to where it says polling places on the red banner.
Right here, polling places.
And then scroll down, and it'll scroll down. It'll tell you the locations.
Oh, there they are. No.
Yes, those are some. Well, no, I think that's the early voting one.
That's
up.
Early voting, but precinct
go up, and it says.
These are early voting.
Yeah, no, it should be down. Further down maybe.
Further down.
No, go to the home page. Go click where it says home.
Okay.
Oh, right there, election day locations.
Where I missed it.
On the blue banner.
Right here.
Right there.
There you go. You just got to read, guys.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Look at the precincts. There it is. There are the precincts right there, and it's telling you exactly.
Yes.
You know exactly what it is. Hudson would be either 561 and 72.
Right. So they combine.
561 would be Hudson Elementary.
Right. So when they combine numbers like that, that just means that they didn't have enough people to open a location for each one of those precincts. So they combine, 2 or 3 or 4 precincts all together. Yeah. Wow. So it's usually like different areas that are around that school and stuff. So
yeah. So cool. All right. Yeah. So there you go, Lynn. Hope
and keep in mind.
I wouldn't have figured that one out. I'm glad.
Yeah. So keep in mind though that there's an polling location for the Democratic primary, and then there's a separate one for the Republicans. So it's not going to be the same precinct areas. It's going to be different ones. It may not be. Some of them may be the same schools, but not all of them will be.
There you go. Hey, Myra, how's it going? Come on in if you want to. Casey, Myra, I'll be at the top of the ballot. Yes, you got top bit there. Both God, family, and country, and U.S. Yes. Okay, thank you. I saw my location tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Remember, she's gonna be voting tomorrow. So great. Bueno, Perlita,
thank you so much for inviting me.
Definitely tomorrow night I'm gonna have another show, maybe about 10:30 or 10 somewhere there. I don't know yet. And if you want to come in, hey, I hope you do.
Hopefully I won't be all chiona because regardless of what the outcome is, I cry because I get very emotional. Yeah, so I was like, hopefully I'll still look okay to be able to come.
I'll give you a big old hug and all that. Don't worry about it.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
How many people do you have in your primary?
It's me and the incumbent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you have anybody? Is there anybody running on the Republican side?
Yes, I have a Republican opponent. So just depending on what happens with me on tomorrow, which I'm going to win, I will be on the ballot in November.
You got this, girl.
Good luck with that.
You got this.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. You guys have a great night.
Bye, Felita. Take care.
Bye.
Andale. So Jimmy, now it's back to 1. What's going on with you, Jimmy? What's the deal, man?
Pues aquí nomás, I mean, aside, I was gonna say it in front of all of them, but I didn't want them to feel bad. But I already won my primary, so.
There you go. Yeah. Well, yeah. No, you have an opponent. No, or no.
Until November, no, not
now. So you're the Republican champion already, right?
Yeah.
No, pues está bueno.
Yeah, so,
no, but still, you can't think of this of the primary now. You got to get ready for the big fight because you're going to be fighting against whoever wins on the blue side, and you're going to beat that person up.
Yeah.
So can you say Myra? Royal family is invited to Harlingen. Yes, thank you. Love you, Myra. Tomorrow okay. Hey, definitely. Get on the show tomorrow, girl. Even if it's from the car. People want to see you. No, but see, so you're going to be up and down. Oh, well, you're going to be in Las Peñitas, right? Is that
I'm going to Peñitas to go help one of our other candidates. I mean, he doesn't have an opponent, but just to show him support and stuff.
Yeah.
Oscar Rosa for state representative.
Yes, Oscar, yeah.
So I'm going to go over there to that side of the county and take my family out to vote.
Yeah.
And then I'll be back in FAR for the watch party. So,
no, and it's good that you're trying to recruit people to vote, even though you really don't need the number, because you're gonna need it in November, and that way they already know how to vote or where to go and that kind of deal. Especially those first time voters, and
yeah.
they get excited about that. They get excited about voting. And they're in the process of being part of what a citizen does.
Yeah.
Are some of those like young kids, 18, 19, 21, somewhere like that?
Yeah. Some of my cousins and stuff like that, and their wives and or their husbands, they're young and they haven't voted or they haven't gone into politics, so they think, well, nothing's gonna change if we vote for this person or
Right,
that.
right.
So we're trying to show them, hey, vote for the right person and you'll see the change.
Sí, sí. Pues qué bueno. I mean,
See the
that's a
difference.
win, right? I think that's a win because at least you have you created some voters for future elections, and that is important because without the voters, things don't change, man. Too many major decisions. Well, not so much major. Well, actually, yeah, too many major decisions are done because of very few votes, and then those guys that win make major decisions that affect all of us, and only not even 10% of the people vote, and that's sad.
Yeah. I mean, we've had a good turnout.
Yeah.
We've had a good turnout this year, and it's all thanks to people that came before us. Myra Flores and Monica de la Cruz and our GOP chairwoman Adrian Peña Garza. Because of them, we've had such a good turnout this year that here in Hidalgo County, at least on our part, I know Myra's team mentioned some numbers going up over there in Cameron County too.
Yeah.
And they've been working it hard, and they've really I think that if I get any votes in the primary, it's because of them. They're bringing in those votes that are voting for them, and they're just going, voting for the people down ballot from them. So they've been working hard for a few years now, and making it possible for people like me to be able to step up and run.
Yeah, and then you know what? Once you're in office, you're going to be doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You'll be in a position where hey, you're going to be able to lend support to some other young buck that's going to try to vote, and it's you guys, you young bucks that are coming in that that got to take care of us, old folks over here, and
yeah,
and it's true, I mean, some of these career people, it's like, man, they're there, I mean, they're not even fighting for us.
I mean, they're fighting for their own pockets, and that's it.
Yeah. No,
yeah, I had to pass that baton and get out of there.
Wow. Yeah. No, that'd be cool. And so let's see what else. So let me see, Jimmy. I think I got your folder somewhere here. ¿Dónde estás, Jimmy? ¿Dónde estás? Here we go. So Jimmy. El Jimmy. No, but Jimmy está corriendo. Here we go. Let me share this. Because I shared everybody's. And I want to make sure you get yours share as well. There it is. There's Jimmy, man. He's ready. He's ready to run for president. Look at him.
Yeah, no, para eso te falta un rato. I think I got to trim the beard a little bit. I don't think they'll like the beard up there.
Run for office.
I don't think they'll like the beard up in Washington. I don't know.
They'll probably say, "Oh, we have a grooming coat."
Yeah.
No, pues está bueno. ¿Qué dice Myra? It's all a team effort. Grassroots matter. Yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, they laid the foundation for people like me and Oscar and the other candidates to step up and run. Mm-hmm. Before them, we didn't have a Republican. I mean, we had Republicans here, but we didn't have the.
You lack leadership, basically.
Yeah. Well, not leadership. We didn't have the. Like they did the groundwork in going out and talking to people and make basically making them vote Republican,
yeah,
to turn up the numbers and to where we have a fighting chance to make a difference. Because if it wasn't for them and
there you go, Jimmy, you can be the first Hispanic president in history.
We'll climb that ladder when we get there. I think she has a better chance right now than I do at becoming president.
There you go. Oh man, President Myra Flores. Yes.
Yeah.
That would be so cool. That would be so.
I believe when she wins and she goes out there to Congress, she's gonna make a big difference and he'll gather some steam there.
Yeah, I think so. Wow. Yeah. Bueno, Jimmy, pues we'll let you go, man. Any last words there?
Well, like the other people said, if you haven't gone out to vote, go out and vote tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day to have your voice heard and to make a difference. If you want to see something change in your communities, go out and vote for the people that are basically new to running in politics and stuff like that. Because if you vote for the incumbent, nothing's going to change. Everything's going to be the same.
Right.
So go out and vote tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Amen. Well, guys, this is Roy with Talk Show Central RTV Style. Jimmy and I, we say, buenas noches, mañana vayan a votar. Go out to vote tomorrow, guys. So here comes the music. And los vemos mañana. Vayan a votar. Go vote tomorrow, guys. Jimmy, good night.